Now, let's begin the journey.
I have a purpose in my role. I know what I can influence, and I want to make sure that we make progress on this sustainability agenda. My children, they may think I sold Coca-Cola, but ultimately, I helped eliminate waste and reduce carbon footprint.
After being at Suncor for 19 years, I've never had a dull day, and I think I've had probably 15 different roles, and every day feel challenged in that I'm learning.
Find out about your intrinsic motivation. But I think this is the basis to satisfy yourself and to also make you successful.
Colleagues mess with me because a couple of years ago, I almost win the lottery. Can you believe that? And I hit 5 numbers from the 6 numbers required.
Keep your vision, work hard, persevere, but enjoy the ride along the way.
Yeah.
And don't take yourself so seriously.
Yeah, have fun, right?
I'm optimistic by nature, so I always see something good. I think the future can only be better.
And my purpose is very strongly embedded into sustainability, leadership. And I think this is at least the key message for today.
It took me a while to get my stride in my career. I didn't have that much confidence early on. I learned a lot of lessons the hard way about how do you manage a career, how do you advance a career, how do you be a woman in business, how do you be a woman leader. So I really want to help other women learn that and help them be successful.
For me, it's important to always stay curious, keep learning and keep growing, right? So there's so many things that I feel like we don't know, and I just want to learn it all, right? So I think that curiosity, that desire to learn is something that I live by.
I wanted something more immediate. I wanted to make a difference to the bottom line. And an opportunity came in procurement. It was a very, very difficult decision for me to not stay technical, but it was the best decision of my life.
Supply chain and procurement at a national lab is so complicated. We kind of have it all, which is the problem. When SAP came in to work with us, they recognized right away that our alignment really fit with the tools. We actually implemented with almost 0 customizations.
I basically, accepted a bribe from my parents to go to the Air Force Academy. I left and went into the corporate world, and I said, "Hey, here's my cubicle. Look, I got a whiteboard. You can draw things on it." And they just looked at me like, "Oh, Dad, what happened to you?"
I think about risk in a holistic sense. So technology can really help, but unless you've got the right culture of understanding that risk constantly evolves, that your partners out there in the supply chain who are subject to that risk can also be part of the solution. So we deploy both technology and education to ensure everybody is aware. And I think any CPO should always be thinking about the inherent risk in the situations they face and what can they do in terms of controls to make the residual risk less. And that's a real skill in the profession today that's been increasingly valued.
To some extent, the oil and gas industry has always belonged to the energy industry. What we deliver to the society, to the economy, is energy. We are looking for aggressive opportunities to remove cost or to reduce cost, to consolidate efficiencies so that we can take advantage of this cost removal to growth in the future.
Being on the integration team, I got a real look at the challenges with the multiple ERP instances and types and the way they were set up. And so that led to me being on the SteerCo for defining how we were going to move forward to get everybody on one instance.
One evening, my boss came in to my office and simply asked me a question. How about your passport? 2 days later, I had to travel to a project to replace someone in procurement in a big project in New York at the JFK airport.
We all concerned about the same things. How are we going beyond in sustainability? Raw material, issue in transportation, supply chain resilience. You know, it's really a topic where we will be stronger by, you know, discussing best practices, how we do the things together, because we have the same market and we have the same challenge.
Right.
And I think discussing that also help in general positioning procurement in all the energy sector at the right place and in the core of the strategy.
So it's not only about what is about to come, which is great, you know, because it's important, as I mentioned, to have a strong pipeline. But when we see the regenerative agriculture principles being applied already with many suppliers across the globe, and when we see the initial results, it brings a big confidence for us that it's possible to be done.
Right.
That it's possible to grow crops and to increase productivity with a much better set of results for the environment